I'm here in Belgium. Came here to see my, participate in the dedication of my 4-month-old great-grandson. Grandson of my son Vaughn and son of my granddaughter Ruby and her husband Giannis. The dedication was yesterday. We've had a great time here. And I'm standing along a bank of the canal that connects Brussels with the North Sea, Antwerp. And here, as we see a barge coming down the river, coming down the canal. It's not a river. At any rate, I've been pondering the passage. The Lord brought to my attention the passage, be sober and be disciplined. The end of all things is near. Therefore, be disciplined and focused in your prayers. That's 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. The end of all things. And so the question I had was, how does the fact that the end is near, how does that focus my prayers? And the Lord brought this to my mind. Here I am in Belgium with my family, and some of them I see like once a year. Some of my grandchildren and their spouses. See them like once a year. And when I came here for about a week, my thought was, I could go on some trips out into the countryside. It'd be neat to do this, neat to do that. But then I thought, no, my time with my family is very limited. That needs to be the priority. So that sense of limited time focused me. And so I thought, I want to spend my time in fellowship, in communion with my children, my grandchildren, with my in-laws, with their families. That's what this trip is about. So because the end is near, the limit on my time is very clear. It focused my time and my energies, and we had some very wonderful times of fellowship. So here I am on focusing in on what I'm observing. Well, I'm in Belgium, and as you know, Belgium during World War II figured prominently in the war, and there's a period there between the decisive battle at Normandy and the final victory of World War II, and that period is called D-Day. The period between D-Day and V-Day. This actually looks more like a tourist boat rather than a cargo boat. So the period between D-Day and V-Day, and many have made the point that since Christ died and rose again, that was D-Day, the decisive victory. We know he won. We know we're on the winning side. But now V-Day is when he ultimately comes back to receive us unto himself. And we're in that period between D-Day and V-Day. And a lot of things happen there, and we can get off the track there. We can be distracted there. But Peter's calling us to stay focused in that period and stay faithful in that period. So here I am on the banks of this canal. A canal that was built about 500 years ago by Mary of Habsburg. She was the one who governed this area. They thought we need a way to get cargo from Brussels to the sea, because Brussels doesn't have a seaport. And so this canal was dug out by hand, about 20 miles. Took 11 years to do it. And finally it was established. And of course it's been enlarged, it's been deepened. It's maybe 20 to 30 feet deep at points. Huge barges come carrying a great, maybe 50 barges a day come through this period, through this canal. And the question is, are we cruising down the canal, or are we just enjoying the countryside, or are we focused in what's happening? And so as I pondered this canal and I pondered its history, I recalled that it was my Anabaptist forefathers actually lived in this area. Menno Simons was from the Netherlands. And Mary of Habsburg and her brother, Charles V, who was the Holy Roman Emperor, they were very concerned that they could maintain the unity of Europe and they wouldn't have different religious divisions. So they were very harsh on any Protestant uprising. They were especially harsh on the Anabaptists. They saw them not only as a theological problem, but a political problem, destabilizing. So my ancestors were drowned in this canal. My ancestors were drowned in this canal. As I ponder this, they were living with a sense, we know we're on the kingdom. We're a part of the kingdom. We're part of God's eternal kingdom now. But the world is not yet receiving it. It's actually coming against us. But we need to be in prayer, focused in our prayers, a community of prayer, so that we'd be faithful in this time. So we'd be faithful. And I realized, wow, that's where we are right now. That word from Peter is relevant for me right now. The end is coming. Stay focused. Not that it could happen tomorrow, but it's not about that so much as being focused in my living and in my praying. I'm part of a victorious kingdom. I'm part of a kingdom that's already been effective and won. Jesus already overcame the enemy. But the question is, will I stay focused? That I will not allow the resistance of the world to cause me to compromise so that I can decrease the stress. But rather I've said, no, I'm focused and I'm going to stay faithful. I don't care what it costs. That's what my ancestors said 500 years ago. And that's what we're called to say even today. In the midst of all the turmoil that's going on, I'm going to stay focused on the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. I'm going to continue to look forward to his return, and I'm going to use the time that I have in prayer, in living faithful to the kingdom, no matter what it costs, no matter what it costs. So that's a word for today that comes to you from this canal here in outside of Brussels, a canal that has a long history, has played an important role in this country and in Europe, but also has a spiritual dimension to it that it speaks to us again today. Will you stay focused? Stay focused. The King is coming back. We're part of his kingdom now. He's with us now. Will we stay faithful to him in this time? So because the end is coming, we don't have forever. Stay focused. Stay diligent, stay passionate in your life and in your prayers. God bless you. That's the word today from the Whispering Sword.